Yes, people, welcome back to All Things Arsenal, episode 14. The season's drawing to a close. Arsenal, we have one more game. The league's wrapped up. Top five, all to play for. Relegation wrapped up. And all the cups have been handed out, barring the Europa League. No, the Europa League, the Conference League, and the Champions League. But Tottenham Hotspur, they did win the Europa League. They've put Arsenal in the mud. We're in the mud, man. Arsenal fans, most of us didn't want to go out yesterday if you lived in North London because there was a big parade, one you couldn't miss. I'm hearing people could hear it from Finsbury Park all the way down to Tottenham. So you can imagine they were partying, they were having a lot of fun while we're here talking about second. We three-peated second, all but confirmed. This is just it's a tough time to be an Arsenal fan, to be fair. A lot of people are living in some sort of land of delusion. But me, I'm kind of at odds, man. Arteta's not going nowhere, and it's down to him to prove me wrong because I don't see him winning anything as the Arsenal manager. I cannot see him doing anything. Palace also won the FA Cup. We've gone 5 years without winning a trophy. This drought, when will it stop? Can Arteta manage to do something? I don't know, man. But we'll look into all of that on this episode of All Things Arsenal. So I just wanted to touch on Tottenham lifting a trophy. But what we'll be looking at in this episode mainly is I'll do a little preview for the game against Southampton, look at some team news and see what's what. Also, I'll look at some transfer news, but we're going to begin with the women. So, in case you didn't know, in case you live under the rock, by the time this gets out, I'm sure most of you would know whether Arsenal would have won their second Champions League because the women play Barcelona in the final at 5 p.m. UK time. And for those of you that don't know anything about the women's game, I'll get you up to date. So, this is a little snippet from UEFA on their website. Arsenal and Barcelona meet in the 2025 UEFA Women's Champions League final on Saturday. The final is played in the Estadio José Alvalde in Portugal, Lisbon. So, who do you think will win? We'll go with Arsenal. 54% think Barca. Yep, they are the favourites for this. So, what do you need to know? Barcelona are playing their 100th European match, and by coincidence, their first two came against Arsenal in 2012-2013 round of 32. Arsenal won 3-0 away before a 4-0 home success a week later. And although Arsenal's Kim Little and Barcelona's Alexia Putellas both featured then, as they should do in Lisbon, much has changed in the interim. Arsenal were already 5 years on from their 2006-07 UEFA Women's Cup triumph. That was the old name of the Champions League for the women. And only now have they reached their long-awaited second final in many seasons of near misses and some even outside of European competition. However, the Gunners are now back on the biggest stage in a campaign in which they have overturned first leg defeats in 3 different ties. Hacken in round 2, down 2-0 against Real Madrid in the quarterfinals. Perhaps most stunningly of all, away against Lyon in the last 4. So, the North London side have been resurgent ever since Renee Slagers took charge ahead of matchday 2, with their midfield bolstered this season by a player who featured in all of Barcelona's previous 5 finals, Mariona Caldente, who was voted the player of the season in the WSL. So, I know that's a little bit to take in of information, but as you can see, Barcelona, they've won 5 Champions Leagues. Well, they've been in 5 finals in recent years, and we have a player who used to play for them that featured in all 5 of those. So, yeah, they are the favourites in this game. We've only been to 1 final previously, which we won. Hopefully, we can continue 100% success rate. But all in all, this has been a fantastic campaign from Renee Slagers. We got to add some context into it. She came into the season. I think We'd lost heavily against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. We were down. We lost 5-2, I believe, in that game. Manager left. Jonas Eidevo left near enough the next week after we lost to Chelsea, which all but ended any chances we had of winning the league. Renee Slegers went on to finish second. She went on to win the next 5 games in a row to secure top spot in the Champions League. And here we are now. We're now here in a final. This is the final. Can she be second Arsenal manager to lift the Champions League? I hope so. I hope so. But yeah, I'll continue this. Barcelona, meanwhile, have risen from that humbling European bow to become the competition's prime force. They are featuring in their 6th final in 7 years and a record equaling 5th in a row. Hey, so you just know, man, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. All the odds are against Arsenal, but they kind of have been. They have been from that Lyon game. No one expected us to be here. So I won't say anything is a bonus because that's a loser's mentality, but they've done very well so far. Having clinched their first title thanks to a 4-0 success against Arsenal's London rivals Chelsea in 2021, Barcelona won subsequent finals against Wolfsburg in 2023. Wolfsburg beat Arsenal in that semi-final. I was there 2023 and Lyon in 2024. And they now hope to become only the second club after the French Giants to lift the trophy for 3 consecutive years. So what that sounds like to me is they've beat Chelsea, Wolfsburg, and Lyon. Okay, okay, so there it is. They've won 3, and they're trying to get number 4, 3 in a row. Hopefully they don't do that, man. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see a team dominating. So hopefully Arsenal can stop this record. Since a 2-0 loss on match day 1 against Man City, Barca have won 9 straight Champions League games, including 4-1 home and away semi-final successes against Chelsea. So they battered them. And Chelsea are better than Arsenal, but there's something called heritage. We've won it before. We have. Their 44 goal tally is only one of the single season record of 45 set by Wolfsburg in 2013-14. Hopefully we can keep a clean sheet and stop that, man. When they coincidentally stuck 4 in the previous Lisbon final, man. But yeah, man, we won't go too much into that really. Well, there's only a little bit more, so I'll finish it off. So it's a 2, we've done that already. Fresh from sealing their 10th league title and 6th in a row, Barcelona are close to full strength. Albeit Kiki Nazareth is a long-term absentee. Arsenal, meanwhile, will hope to have goalkeeper Daphne Van Domsela fit. Vol Manuela Zinsberger is an experienced alternative. But yeah, I do believe we do need Van Domsela in this game since Zinsberger's conceded, I believe it was 13 goals in her last 3 matches. So if you're conceding 13 goals in your last 3 matches, you need to just stay away. Stay away for your sake and Arsenal's sake. But here are the possible lineups. Got Zinsberger in goal, Emily Fox, right back, Williamson and Catley. Seems to be a new centre back pairing. Don't mind it. Catley's got the pace. McCabe, left back, Marnham and Little as the 2 6s. Then you got Al Dente in the hole, number 10, and then Ford, Russo, and it looks like Mead might get the nod for this game. She might, or it might be Chloe Kelly. Either way, it's not the worst. And the Barcelona team, I do know Pateles, Bonmati, Graham Hansen, Rolfo. I know Rolfo from FIFA, to be fair. I don't really know a lot of their players, but I do know that they're very good. Bonmati, I believe she's won 2 Ballon d'Ors in a row. She definitely won one, so, and I think Putellas has won one as well. So they got Ballon d'Or winners. This is gonna be a tough game, man. Tough game. But let's just hope for the best. 5 o'clock UK time. Tune in and give the women your support. But I think we'll go on to the men now, to be fair. So let's quickly shift our focus to the men. Arsenal, we play against Southampton, and the latest team news that is coming out from that is Saliba. He's torn his hamstring, so he will be unavailable for Arsenal. And Urian Timber as well. Urian Timber has undergone ankle surgery, so we are without Urian Timber, which is a big blow. But yeah, it's the last game of the season, so hopefully he's fit and firing for next season. Ben White's back. Hopefully the pair of them can, you know, lighten the load. Hopefully we can get back to fitness because there's been a lot of fitness issues plaguing Arsenal this season. Let's just hope that we don't have the same, issues that we've had this year as we do next year. Because I'm hoping that we can at least win something because that is what we always get told. Arsenal don't win anything. Arsenal don't do this. Arsenal don't do that. So hopefully next season a trophy can come. A trophy of some sort, man. Some sort of trophy at the very least. Because it's been so many years we've been starving Arsenal fans. We're watching rivals celebrate, watching rivals enjoy trophies while we're just here. We have nothing, absolutely nothing, man. But yeah, I'll go into this. Sharing this tab instead. So this is my team news for the game. I'm going with David Raya in goal, Ben White right back, Kivior and Calafiori centre back pairing, as we're without Gabriel Timber and Saliba. Kieran Tierney, last game for Arsenal. I'm letting him start. I believe it might be Zinchenko's last game as well. So, but Kieran Tierney, he's been a very, very loyal servant for Arsenal. So I believe he should start. I believe we owe him that at the very least. Declan Rice, playing him in the 6. And then I'm playing Nwaneri and Lewis Skelly as the 2 8s. Let's try something new. This is Southampton after all. Let's experiment. The boy, he's not been given too much of a chance this season. He's not really been given too much chances. He's not been trusted. He's proved that he's done well when he's given those little, little chances when he's come off the bench, but the starts have been few and far between. And this has been a very, very poor job for Mikel Arteta. The mismanagement that he's done, it's been atrocious. He's mishandled Ethan Nwaneri, and now it looks like he's thinking about leaving. But I'll go into that later. So, Bukayo Saka, Kai Havertz, I'll give him a start as he's back. Just let him start. And then Martinelli. So that's my front three. Let me know if you agree, but does that really matter? I don't know. It's Southampton. They're relegated. They've just about escaped not getting the lowest points total in Premier League history. So surely we can beat this trash team. Surely. But yeah, my score prediction for this game, I'll go with a 4-0, man. I'm going with a riot on the South Coast. We're going to run riot on these Southampton Dons, man. I can't see how we don't win this game. If we don't win it, though, serious questions will be asked once again. But I believe most people are content with Arteta. No matter what he does, he seems to be beyond criticism. But as I just mentioned previously, we'll go into this story. Arsenal star not so close to new deal as primary concern revealed amid Liverpool-Chelsea transfer interest. So, Football 365 put this out. Ethan Nwaneri is not close to agreeing a new contract, long-term contract that is at Arsenal, as the primary reason for his doubts have been revealed amid significant transfer interest from several big clubs. The 18-year-old has enjoyed a breakthrough season for the Gunners, contributing 9 goals and 2 assists in 36 appearances across all competitions. Can you imagine that? The boy's got 9 goals. Odegaard's got 2 league goals, but I'll just leave that there, man. He stepped in admirably for Bukayo Saka when the right winger was out through injury, and he earned widespread praise for his displays this term. The Arsenal bosses have been working to get Nwaneri to commit his future to the club, offering him improved terms after he turned 18 in March. But despite being confident a new long-term deal would be signed and sealed way before now, TBR Football has revealed that he is some way from putting pen to paper. And to be honest, like, can you really blame him for having any type of thoughts about leaving this club? Because he stepped in, yeah, you could say he's been given a chance. But look what's happened the back end of the season. He didn't get minutes against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Most of us think he should have got something. Then he's been getting like 5-minute cameos here, 2-minute cameos here, and then still not even getting off the bench. So there's been reports that Arteta's punishing him because he turned up late to training. This is like, I just don't like this Arteta guy. And I'm not one of these people that are player over manager, manager over club, whatever. I'm just calling it right. The boys played brilliantly. He deserved these minutes. He deserved more minutes. That Martin Odegaard guy is playing. Like, I'm just trying to put myself in his shoes. I would be thinking I deserve to play. I'm watching Martin Odegaard week in, week out playing shit. He's dropping stinker after stinker after stinker. And the boy's not been given a start. Start him. Play him. Drop Odegaard. Why does Odegaard keep playing? He's not been playing well. There's no, what's the word? Meteo, met, and metocracy. I think that's the word, metocracy, yeah? It don't matter what you do. There seems to be favourites. And Arteta, this is why I don't think he's an elite manager. He bottles big moments in Games where he could make halftime changes, he doesn't do it because he doesn't want to upset his favourites. He doesn't want to upset Odegaard. Because I single him out because he's probably been the worst player this season in an Arsenal shirt behind Raheem Sterling. But Raheem Sterling hasn't had the same game time as Martin Odegaard. Raheem Sterling is on loan from Chelsea, so Arsenal fans won't defend him the way they defend Martin Odegaard. And now this could have an effect on whether we keep Ethan Nwaneri. I think most people that know football can see this boy has talent. He has a much higher ceiling than Odegaard. I've already seen it. I've seen it in 1 year. 9 goals in his first season. Odegaard's only got 15 goals once. So you just bear that in mind. We've got a talent on our hands. Someone that is not scared to shoot. He's not scared to take people on. He's not afraid to lose the ball like Odegaard. So, yeah, man, I don't blame him for having doubts. It's claimed his long-term future is far from certain, as he and his camp have concerns about Arsenal's plans for his immediate future, and this is the primary reason that a new deal has not been agreed. Amid reports that sporting director Andrea Berta wants to sign 2 new forwards this summer. Having only started 10 games this season, Nwaneri is worried the new arrivals will see him pushed further down the pecking order at Arsenal. And this is the issue. He's not even a right winger. And of course, he's going to have doubts because he's not being played in his preferred position. He keeps playing this guy, Odegaard. He's even played, I think, Rice, Marino. I've seen them play there before Nwaneri's given a chance. So, yeah, man. If Arteta stays, I can see him leaving. I can truly see him leaving. Former Arsenal forward, blah, blah, blah. Theo Walcott's a big fan and he thinks they'll put pressure on Saka and Odegaard. But listen, Theo, man. Bruv, this Arteta guy, I don't know. I don't know if he's got the balls for this. Yeah? I don't know if he's got the balls for it. Caught offside, done another thing about it. And it's basically saying Onslaughts, Liverpool, blah, 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 beating Arsenal to the title this season. And they now have their eyes on one of our most promising players, man. You can't even make this stuff up, man. But yeah, in this anyway, it's basically saying that he has issues about his game time. It's saying Bayern Munich, Leipzig, Barcelona are keeping their eyes on him, as well as Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City. There's loads of teams because obviously it looks like Arsenal. They're saying Arsenal are looking to sign Brentford and Buemo, which I won't be opposed, but not at the expense of Ethan, man. We need to be keeping our better players as well as adding to it. The squad's not good enough. We've bottled the league how many years in a row? I don't know. But yeah, that's on Ethan. Let me know. Are you going to turn on Ethan like Liverpool fans turned on Trent? Or do you agree he should potentially explore his options while Arteta's in the job? But yeah, next story. It's Martin Zubimendi to suffer immediate Arsenal blow after transfer agreement. Arsenal are set to name Sociedad midfielder Zubimendi as the club's first signing in a bumper summer transfer window. However, the Spanish midfielder won't be receiving the welcome gift he may want due to another player in Mikel Arteta's squad. So, the headline, they clickbaited us. They make it seem as if, oh, something's going to go wrong. But what this article is about anyway, it basically talks about his preferred numbers to number 4, as you can see there. But Ben White's going to keep that number 4 shirt. But come on, man. who really cares? Like, he he's not some sort of Messi or brand to be demanding squad numbers. I don't really think he cares, but this is what the papers do. It gets to this transfer period and they just start talking all sorts of nonsense. They start making stories. I guess they got to sell sort of papers. There's no football, so why not just make stuff up? That's what they're kind of doing. They're making stuff up, making it seem like there's a problem. There's no issue there, really, is there? Who knows what shirt he's gonna get? It says he's also won the number 3 shirt. I don't know if there's a number 3, but yeah, Kieran Tierney was number 3, so maybe he'll get that number 3. Who knows, man? Or maybe they'll give that to Miles Lewis Skelly. I don't know. I don't know Arsenal's plans. I don't really know. I don't know anything to do with this Arteta guy, man. He really just annoys me. He proper annoys me. I can't. Just pisses me off, man. But yeah, that's Zubimendi. Next player. What Real Madrid star Rodrygo has now demanded from Arsenal after new talks were held. The Gunners are keen to strengthen their front line this summer. All eyes are on a new striker, but a wide player is high on the list as well. A number of wingers have been linked with a move to the Emirates over the last few weeks, but Arsenal's interest in Rodrygo has excited fans the most. There's meant to be a problem, apparently. Arsenal are not prepared to meet Rodrygo's wage demand. Rodrygo has been a key player for Real Madrid for a few years now. Yes, he is not as high profile as Vinicius and Mbappe, but he has still produced magical moments in the famous white kit. Berta made contact with Real Madrid for Rodrygo, and talks have been underway to see if a deal can be struck. But Sky Sports Germany's journalist Florian Plettenberg has revealed that new talks took place on Friday, which is even when Arsenal learned Rodrygo's wage demands. The Brazilian is said to be seeking an annual salary of 10 million euros net to leave Real Madrid this summer. However, Arsenal are not prepared to pay him so much. So it sounds like you're probably thinking, yeah, that sounds crazy. But when I worked it out earlier, I worked it out on my calculator and it's not too much. So 10 million net, that works out at 192,000 euros per week. So that's euros. So that's roughly, say, 175,000 euros per week. Well, this guy is a Champions League winner after all. So if he does come into Arsenal and he's demanding 175 grand net per week, which works out about 325 per week, I don't see what's wrong with that. You can give Saka something similar, Saliba a little below that as he's a defender. I don't see what the issue is here, Arsenal. We pay Havertz 280. Why didn't we think about that before giving Havertz 280? Huh? Because he's not a marquee signing. I don't know what we done. So clearly that Kai Havertz transfer is coming back to bite us in the backside. Because I'm pretty sure if you ask 100% of Arsenal fans, would you rather pay, well, the Arsenal fans with brains, because there's some waka idiots that don't have brains, and they will tell you they'll rather give Havertz 280 than Rodrygo 325. Oh, look, he's been here, he's played under Mikel, he knows the system. No, we got to think long term. We got to start thinking about Mikel Arteta's sacking and life without Arteta. Would Rodrygo be a better option in the Arsenal squad than Kai Havertz? The clear answer is yes. So give him the 50 grand more and bring him in. If it's not him, you got to bring in someone else. I think we're all in agreement that Rodrygo would be a great signing for Arsenal. So hopefully we can bring him in. But if it's not him, hopefully we can bring in someone else. That's kind of my view on that. And I think, yeah, that's kind of it. Next story. And this is kind of the main story. Sadly, it's very sad. Sad news for me. So, Florian Plettenberg again. He's back again. Exclusive. Arsenal are now in concrete talks with RB Leipzig regarding Benjamin Sesko. Marcel Schaffer and Andrea Berta are in contact, while Arsenal are also monitoring other strikers such as Victor Gyokeres. Their pursuit of Sesko is serious. Mikel Arteta, you fraud, is a big admirer of the 21-year-old from Red Bull Leipzig. His release clause for the summer stands at 80 million euros. Deal on. Now, look, me, I ain't gonna lose my shit like so quickly. I ain't just gonna go mad straight away, yeah? Because, bruv, at this moment in time, there is no evidence whatsoever to suggest that we are gonna get Benjamin Sesko, yeah? There's absolutely no evidence to suggest that we're gonna get him. But one thing that's clear is that this Mikel Arteta guy is a big, big fan of Sesko, and he really wants him. So if it was down to Mikel Arteta, Benjamin Sesko would be our forward. But I'm just hoping, and this is what all Arsenal fans need to hope. We need to hope that Andrea Berta gets his own way and he has the executive decision over whether Benjamin Sesko comes to Arsenal, because let's have it right. This guy is not good enough. I'm telling you that for free. He might be good enough in 2 to 3 years. I don't dispute that. I don't have a magic wand. I don't have a ball. I can't tell you what's going to happen in a few years. But what I can tell you for free is that right now we got a striker in Victor Gyokeres who just scored 50 odd goals. That is the striker who we should be bringing in. We shouldn't be bringing in these type of project players once again. We've tried it with Kai Havertz before, and I'm quite frankly tired, and I don't want to be trying it again with Benjamin Sesko. Yeah, we don't need a project. The project is dead. It's over. Right now, it's time to win. So, Arteta, you better pray that Berta gets his way. Even you as well, Berta. Because if I see Sesko, Berta out. Berta out if we sign Sesko. Him as well. Because I'm just looking at this like, are you a man or a mouse? Why are you getting this guy if Gyokeres is available? He's available. Just bring him in. I don't even know what we're waiting for. I'm just hoping that this is just paper talk and Berta is smart and will bring him in. That's what I'm hoping. Until otherwise, I ain't gonna lose my shit, yeah? But what we'll do next anyway, what we'll do is we're gonna compare. I'm gonna compare the strikers that Arsenal are linked with. Yeah, that's what we'll do first. So we got Alexander Isak, first of all. We got, is it Serie A? No, no, no. We got the Portuguese league. Oh no, we go with Bundesliga, yeah? We got the Benjamin Sesko, brother. We're gonna compare him. Benjamin Sesko. And then we'll add another two for Pete's sake. Where's Portugal? Am I going blind? There is Portugal. Sporting SP. Where is my boy Victor Gyokeres? There he is. And then for argument's sake, we'll add another striker. Where? Turkish League. We'll go with Victor Osimhen, yeah? Where is he? Should be down the bottom. Victor Osimhen. So, offensive stats. What's going on here then, mate? He doesn't want to show us, bruv. It's totally gone mad. I don't know what's happened here, mate. Yeah. Well, that's a bummer. It looks like it's not even working. That shut us down. It's fully not working. But either way, the stats, they're quite clear for everyone to see. I think most people with a brain, we know that Gyokeres is by far clear of Benjamin Sesko. Like, it's not even like there's no real debate, there's no real any kind of comparison. Gyokeres just scores goals. We've literally seen him do it in the Champions League. Most people have seen him do a madness in Champions League against Manchester City. So we know that he's got a lot of potential on the big stage. He just helped Sporting win the league. I think that's 2 league titles in a row he's helped them win. And I think that's 42 goals and 53 in back-to-back seasons. So he's literally got about 95 goals in 2 seasons. But we want this Benjamin Sesko? Nah, man. We can't do that to ourselves as Arsenal. Like, we can't do that because that's just not gonna look good. It just don't look good. Why would you do that? Osherman's got about 30 odd goals as well. But we're looking at someone like Sheshko. Nah, man, we can't do that. Like my head has been hurting ever since I've seen this news about Sheshko. Even though I can't particularly say I'm like, yeah, this is 100%, but still, like my head is starting to hurt. I can't, I can't be dealing with this because that's just another season where you guarantee that Arsenal don't win nothing. You just guarantee it for free. Like you guarantee it, man. And I don't want to do that, man. I don't even know what's happened, people here anyway, man. All I know is that the website stopped working, so I can't show you exactly what I wanted to show you. But that is where it is anyway, man. The moral of the story is I don't want Sheshko. And what else that you take from this is I want 2 forwards and an attacking midfielder. So what I really wanted to show you, I wanted to compare the likes of Odegaard, Eze, uh, Florian Wirtz as he's coming into the Premier League, and say a Ryan Cherky. I did have all the stats up, and Odegaard, he was literally ranking bottom of all of those players. So I do believe we need a number 10. That number 10 that I would like to see is Eze. I don't know how much we'd have to pay for him, but I'm guessing I'll offer between 50 and 80, somewhere in that region. 50 and 80 should get Eberici Eze. And then the forward I'd probably bring in, I'd, I'd like to see Rodrygo, but if we don't bring in Rodrygo, it's either Lookman or Mbuemo. Either one will do. Either one will do. I don't mind. One's currently in the Premier League, one's played in the Premier League, one's born and bred in the UK. He's from London, South London. So I don't mind. Lookman and Buemo. The other forward that was there was Nico Williams. I'm totally against that. And then for a striker, my dream would be Isak, but I don't know if he is available, especially if Newcastle get Champions League football. But yeah, man, that's kind of it. That would be the dream. But dreams don't always come true, do they? So I'd probably sign people in twos. Osherman and Lookman. That would be one pair of two. That would potentially be third choice. Isak and Rodrygo. That's first choice. And then Gyokeres and then Buemo. Because I feel like those pairings could complement each other and the squad. Literally, I feel like Lookman and Oshiman, they're both Nigerian with Bukayo Saka. So if you was gonna get one, I'd say just get both. Gyokeres and then Buemo, and Buemo's played alongside someone like Ivan Toney, so he's used to that link up. So I wouldn't mind those two. Then you've got Rodrygo and Isak. That's the creme de la creme. But that would probably be about 200 million, and that would rule out Aneze. That would fully rule it out. We're also rumored to be getting a defender. I don't know what defender we're going to be getting, but Hato is one of the names that have been mentioned. And then we need a backup goalkeeper. So there is a lot to do. Ideally, I want to see 5 to 6 positions. Definitely 2 forwards. I'm hoping for an attacking midfielder. Zubimendi looks like he's coming in. And then we've got Tierney leaving, potentially Zinchenko leaving, Kivior leaving, Tomiyasu's never fit, Calafiori's never fit, Timber has been flogged, Ben White's had injury issues, Gabriel and Saliba have now gone down. So it looks like we just might need a defender because right now, I don't know what's happened. Arteta's just been flogging people, playing people, playing people, playing people. Now it looks like Kivior has to stay because, to be fair to him, Kivior's come in and done very well. I think he's looked more shaky when he's played left back. That was my issue with Kivior last season when he was playing left back against Leroy Sané and he got cooked, absolutely cooked. So I don't mind keeping Kivior. You got Kivior, Calafiori, and Gabriel. Those are 3 left centre back options. You got Saliba, White, and Timber. 3 right centre back options. So we are stacked, but many people are injury prone. So maybe it's just a full on left back we need, like a Aït-Nouri. Maybe it's a Aït-Nouri that we need. A different option since Kieran Tierney's gone. Because all this inverting, nah. Aït-Nouri, Anthony Robinson, maybe someone like that. Maybe that is the next level that we're trying to evolve to. But all of this is going to cost a lot of money. We're 6 years and 750 million down the line. And I say we still need 6 players minimum this summer. And that is even before we let players go. I'd bring in 6. So let me know what you guys think. What do we need? Who do you want? Who are your dream signings? Because it looks like Gyokeres. I don't know if we'll get Rodrygo. Maybe it's an Mbeumo. So maybe Gyokeres, Mbeumo, Zubimendi, and I don't know, a goalkeeper. Maybe we might just sign 4. Do you think just 4 is enough? Because I'm saying 6. Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments below, people. Love for the love. All things Arsenal episode 14. Bless.